Do you sometimes feel alone and like there's nothing you can do about the world and the corruption that you see all around you? I do. And sometimes we get overwhelmed with that, but there always are many things that we can do. And we've been talking about that this week, how to personally transform a corrupt world. You personally. We're going through 5 different truths, foundational truths. Today is number 4. Pray without ceasing for the world and its leaders. You say, well, my prayer, what difference does that make? It makes a lot of difference. You know, we go into the Old Testament in the Bible, and so many times whole nations were turned around just through prayer. Well, how does that happen? The Bible tells us to intercede for transformation of God's will, to be done on the earth and to receive your marching orders. Now let's talk about that. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, starting with verse 16, says, "Rejoice always and delight in your faith. Be unceasing and persistent in prayer. And in every situation, no matter what the circumstances," did you catch that part? "Be thankful and continually give thanks to God, for this is the will of God for you in Christ Jesus." Be unceasing and persistent in prayer. Well, what difference does that make? A lot. It's not only that you're praying for the people who need some prayer, those people that are in leadership and government and whatever, but it's also getting in tune to receive your marching orders. How does God want you to be involved? What's your role in all of this? Those things are important, and that's a very, very important question to have answered. What is your role? So pray without ceasing. In other words, don't stop. Be persistent in it. Continually pray for the world and for its leaders. Now, prayer changes things. It really does. But the one thing that prayer changes the most is you. And folks, the best way to get your marching orders, once again, is through prayer, through that time with God, giving God time to speak to your hearts and begin to move accordingly. Don't forget, you are blessed. Go and be a blessing. Go, go, go.